I think that videos talking about neglected handbags or least used handbags can be very helpful because when we listen to fellow YouTubers sharing the handbags that they seldom use and the reasons behind them, we can sometimes learn a thing or two and possibly avoid making certain mistakes when we are buying our handbags. So I was really happy when Danny from Danny O channel tagged me on this video, and I believe it was Caleb Snell who created this. I'm gonna link their channels down in the description box below. Do follow them. I think they have awesome content in their channels. And without further ado, let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Corinne. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new, welcome. Before we begin, let me just show you my handbag of the day. It is my Fendi Peekaboo ICU in the small size. I used her today, it was fun, and I just wanted to show you the handbag with the twirly tie on it today. I had an awesome time, very handy to use. I will be doing a review of this shortly, so stay tuned for this. But today we are going to talk about the handbags that I have been neglecting or not using very much. Now, they are not entirely neglected, like they're chucked away and forgotten, but it's just that some of them haven't been used very much. Let's do this one first. This is my Louis Vuitton Alma PM, the PM size, and this is in the color Noir Electric. Electric means it's the glossy version of it. I think it's somewhat like patent leather because it has a glossy coating on top of it. I have this bag for like 10 years now. I used to use it a lot more when I was working in the office. It's a pretty good size, as you can see. In the whole of the past 1 year, I think I have used it maybe once. I don't think it's more than once. I know I did take it out once, but it was really a very conscious effort to bring it out. I was literally telling myself, you have to use it. Leather's somewhat starting to feel a bit sticky. I was told that I should put it to use, take it out to use instead of keeping it in the cupboard for too long. Now, I did have an issue with another version, which is a Vernis. That one was terribly sticky. I mentioned it in my handbags that I sold video. I will put all these videos that I mentioned in the description box below, so do check them out. So that one got very sticky, the color changed, but this is black, so you can't see if there's any kind of color change, you can't see. But I just haven't been using it because it's pretty big, and now that I don't go to the office, I find that it's somewhat redundant. It is not useful like a tote bag style. I mean, I don't need to carry a lot of things, and tote bags, at least you can use it to run errands. You can't really use this to run errands. I did buy a strap separately to attach. I'll just show you the strap. It's useful when I need to have it, or I need to have my hands free, but using the strap on this bag, it is very bulky. It sits very oddly on my side even when I'm using the strap. It's just good to have when I really need to have my hands free when I'm out, but it really doesn't look very nice carried with a strap. So top handle is the best way to carry it, and I guess it's just not practical. I will make a conscious effort to use it a bit more, but yeah, when I was looking at the bags that I haven't been using a lot in the past year, unfortunately, this is one of them. The next one may not be a surprise because this is an issue that basically everybody knows about, and it is this Chanel classic flap in the jumbo size. It is a beautiful bag. It is durable in that it is made of caviar leather. I did a review before. There is absolutely no wear and tear, but then again, I haven't been using it a ton, and the simple reason is that it is very heavy. This bag is absolutely like a brick. It is too heavy. Without anything inside, it was heavy. Go watch my review of this bag. Do I regret buying it? I regret not buying it in the medium size. And this was from 10 years ago. So can you imagine how much cheaper it was 10 years ago, the classic flap bags. So right now, it's really too expensive to buy the classic flaps in the boutiques, but I will try to use it a bit more in the meantime. Now, the next one to change it up a little bit is this. This is my Kate Spade bag. I don't even remember when I bought it, maybe 15 years ago. This is one of those bags that had been chucked aside in the cupboard. It is already showing some peeling off on the handles. I did not use it at all the entire year. Early last year, I kind of restarted building my handbag, my luxury handbag collection. And since I have other handbags that cost a lot more, I think what I'm thinking is to get the better cost per wear on my luxury handbags. It's a very functional bag. It's just that, like I said, I'm putting a lot more emphasis on using my more expensive handbag. Now, for the next handbag, since I got her, I think it's been about half a year now. I've used her once. I did use her once, but that was it. I think I used her in December. I wouldn't say I totally neglected, like it's been chucked away and forgotten. I do take it out to handle every now and then. And I also mentioned in one of my videos, I can't remember which one, I said that if I came to a point where I'm only allowed to keep one luxury handbag in my collection, this could be the one. It could be the one, just at the top of my head, because I love it so much. And why haven't I been using it more? Since November until maybe April or May, it's been raining a lot. The rainy season has been quite prolonged. So I have other bags to use, so I went for other bags instead, like the coated canvas ones, the generally the less precious ones. So I haven't been using this a lot, but I definitely would try to use it more. What can I say? It's a beautiful bag. This is the Hermes Birkin 30, and it has this beautiful rose pourpre color in the toggle leather. It is sturdy. It is very practical in terms of how I can carry it, in terms of the size, because it can fit a lot. It can be carried in the crook of my arm. But in the past few months, I didn't get out a whole ton. But when I did, it was usually to run errands. So I needed my hands free. For light errands, this is okay. But for lots of shopping, this wouldn't work, because I usually take you call the subway, we call the train, and the public buses. It's just not practical for me to use a top handle bag. Even if I'm going to be carrying in the crook of my arm, I can only manage a bag or two of things, and also sometimes I need my hands free to use my phone as well. That's why I haven't been using this a lot, but I assure you I will be trying to use this a lot more this year. Now, the next handbag I have not used at all since I got her last year. I got her in November 2022, pre-loved. It is my Hermes Kelly 28 in the toggle leather in black and gold hardware. She's pretty. She is a classic. In fact, I did mention in one of my videos on a bag that I would use as a work bag. It was this one that I would choose as a work bag. Now granted, I no longer go to the office, but I was saying that if I were to go to the office, this would be the one that I would choose to use on a daily basis. Now, since I got it in November until now, I have not taken it out to use. One of the reasons is similar to my Birkin because of the rain, but there's something else. I think I was a little bit thrown off when I unboxed this. On pictures, before I bought it, it looked a bit darker. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like a very, very dark gray. It isn't pitch black. If you look at my blouse, this was what I was expecting, but it came like that. So I was a bit thrown off. It looks a bit dull. Now, I did mention it to the seller about my concern. Sometimes it's just the photo lighting and things like that. So I'm not going to put blame on anybody. In fact, When I myself started taking photos of this bag in my room, it also looked darker, so sometimes photos can't tell you everything. But she was telling me that over time, if I use it more frequently, it will turn a bit darker and shinier. It will actually patina. I don't know, maybe because I'm a germaphobe. When I got her last year, she was already 7 years old. I know, it's not even a vintage bag. But I mean, coupled with by the fact that it has a dull color, it just makes it look old. I'm thinking about bringing her to Hermes to get a spa. In fact, I did bring her in December last year to Hermes, and the SA did actually give it a look. When I asked her whether I could get it back in time before Chinese New Year, because I wasn't sure if I was going to use it for Chinese New Year, she told me it would take 6 weeks. And when I counted, 6 weeks would be just a few days before Chinese New Year. But she couldn't guarantee it. So because she wasn't sure, I decided to not submit it for the spa. So I brought it back and I just left it back in my cupboard. I think what I'm going to do is just bring it in to the spa, give it a refresh, and then maybe I'll be a bit more enthusiastic about using her. But now for the next bag, there's some lessons to learn, and I'm talking about my Fendi Sequin Baguette. This bag is so beautiful, so stunning. Now you guys may know that I used the other baguette that I have, the one in the Zucca print. That is one of my favorite, it's one of my everyday bags. Now I have no issues about using a sequin bag with my casual wear. I can wear any attire. But then why am I not using a lot? I've only used it once. I was so excited to use it. I got her all loaded up and I was ready to go. Took 3-4 steps out of my bedroom and I had it slung on my shoulder. It was catching on to my clothes. It was annoying, to say the least, because I was afraid that the sequins will ultimately get bent if I continue using it on the shoulder. The rest of the night, it was too late for me to switch out of the bag to something else, so I just used it as a top handle. It wasn't so bad. Top handle, I don't have it like rubbing against my clothes. In fact, I could also use it in the crook of my arm. Occasionally when I really needed to have my hands, I wanted to check something on my phone, I put it in the crook of my arm and it didn't rub against my body so much, so that was okay. So if you guys are thinking about getting the Fendi Sequin Baguette, be warned about this. It catches onto your clothes. I don't even know what it's catching onto the folds of my clothes or onto my jeans pocket. I don't know. But anyway, you see the sequins, they are like, some of the sequins are really like sticking out. I can try and show it to you. So they really catch onto your clothes. And that's why I don't get to use it a lot. To run errands, it was too fussy to use. So it's not going anywhere. I will try to find opportunities to use it when I can just use it as a top handle, but definitely not something that you can use for running errands, just so you know. Let me know in the comments down below whether you have any bags that you have neglected or haven't been used frequently enough. Put them in the comments box down below and we can all share with each other and learn from each other. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and make sure the bell turns to that full light color so you know each and every time I post a new video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you Danny for tagging me, and I'll see you all again next time. Have a great weekend. Bye!